Hi, my name is Vamsi Sisla. In this video, I will cover Windows Azure websites, how to create websites using Windows Azure. As we spoke in the past, Windows provides 4 different compute models: websites, virtual machines, cloud services, and mobile services. We'll figure out how to create a website using Windows Azure platform. So just click on the websites and click on Create Website. This bottom menu comes up, so at this point I can still choose to go create some other compute model, virtual machine or mobile service or cloud services, and it gives me 3 options to create a website. Either a quick create with all it's asking me to is put a unique keyword there that so that it creates a unique URL, because these URLs can be accessed from anywhere on the internet. So if I put vamsi.azurewebsites.net, it checks quickly and says the specified URL is already in use. Apparently someone else is using vamsi.azurewebsites.net. I'll try vsisla.azurewebsites.net. It gives me a green check mark telling me that it is available. In the region, it's important that you select the region from which you are primarily connecting your operations or your users are going to be in, because that also dictates the bandwidth cost for you. That's one way. The second way is to create a custom create. Custom create also provides a similar functionality, but it allows you to do a little bit more. It allows you to select database as well. If you think that the website you're building needs to have a database, you can select a free 20 MB SQL database that Windows provides by default, or you can create a bigger instance, or you can also create MySQL database if you want to create a MySQL PHP type application. You could also publish your source code directly source from your source control, whether it's GitHub or TFS or so and so forth. Pretty much across entire Windows portal you will see these question marks, and these question marks are very helpful. Question marks, it gives you a lot of details about that particular page and also that particular topic. I strongly urge you to spend some time reading up on all these. It teaches you a lot about some of these functionalities and features. It's fairly robust and fairly powerful if you know what you're doing. So the third option, as you can see, is from gallery. So when I click on gallery, it gives me a bunch of commercially and open source frameworks, commercially available and open source frameworks, including wikis, tools, blogs, CMS, and so forth. If you want to launch a Joomla website, you can select that CMS system and go through the process, enter your information here. And for CMS you would need a database, so it's going to require you to create a database along with it. Select your region and you can finish the process. Similarly, if you want to create let's say a WordPress blog, you do the same. So that's from the gallery. So for this video I will just walk you through a quick create. So I select my unique URL, green check mark, and I select my region and create website. That's it. That's all I did. And this green action tells me that it is still creating, and the check mark tells me that it just created. And to get rid of these, you just click OK and they'll go away. So here you go. So that websites is listed under websites. This is my first service I launched in my Azure portal. So if I go into all units, I will see the websites listed here. So if I click on this website, I see this very familiar menu, navigation menu. This will be there in pretty much all the pages, once for every service. This is the home page for each of the services, and dashboard gives you granular details about the service, including the traffic matrix, usage, and ability for you to access some certain credentials, set up some deployment credentials. Deployment credentials are nothing but your ability to publish directly using Git or FTP. And these credentials are different from the credentials with which you have created the Azure account. The most important part of this page is the site URL. This is the URL you created just now. If you click that, there you go. That's the page, that's the website you just created. And Azure gives you ability to change that web page right on the fly, right through the portal itself, or you could do it using your local environment and push the changes to the websites. You can click on monitor to see what are the things that monitors by default. Configure, it allows you to configure some of the application framework. You can change .NET framework from 4.5 to 3.5, PHP version, certificates. If you want to install SSL certificate, this is the place you do that. Site diagnostics is very important, especially you want to learn where your users are coming from, what is the performance, what is the response time, and so forth. Most of these are pretty straightforward, standard features and functionality within configure. And the next tab is scale. As we spoke in the past, each website can be set in 3 different modes. One is free, shared, and standard. If you mouse over the question mark, it will clearly tell you what each of these modes are. What are the benefits, what are the advantages, and so forth. Usually free is a free version, whereas standard has a lot more functionality, and it also gives you customer support privileges as well. And as we spoke in the past, by default every website is created with 1 instance. If you think you're going to get a lot of traffic, you can change that to 2 instance or 4 instance. Again, if you mouse over the question mark next to it, it'll tell you clearly what this is, and you can play around with it. Link resources. Link resources are, along with your website, what other products will you be using within Azure. Typically, the most common link resource is a database. You want to create a database. The second most common or most needed link resource is a storage account. Typically, most of the advanced applications you would need to link to a database as well as to a storage account. And most of the simple websites, you may want to just link to a database. So that's your first website, and you can actually change and edit the contents of the website directly using any of these tools. If I click on install Webmatrix, actually I might already have Webmatrix on my machine, so I'll just click on Webmatrix. I agree to the license and click OK. So it is downloading Webmatrix. It's an IDE from Microsoft. It's a lot more lightweight compared to Visual Studio. Here it gives me an option to edit live site directly or edit local copy. How cool is that? So let's say you are building the site for the first time and you don't have a whole lot of code, and you want to directly change on the live site. You could just click the live site, and you'll be able to edit any of the HTML pages directly using the Webmatrix tool. So that's it for the websites. We'll cover more details in subsequent videos, but it at least gives you some basic overview of how to launch a website and how to edit websites.